What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 77 of our fairy tale reviews. And I'll let you know that after I recorded the last episode, I just had to watch the next episode because it is the intro to the next arc, and Gizmo is in the building. He is finally going to be in a recording besides the update video. He's, walking around on my desk and whatnot, so he'll probably ruin the camera a bit. I'm gonna probably have to fix it, but it's whatever. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, be sure to answer the question of the day and follow me on Twitter, both which will be in the description down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because your support is very appreciated. And without further ado, guys, let's get this mother underway. Alright, so today we start the episode off with Gajeel trying to find a cat because he's just so jealous of Wendy having a cat companion. He's jealous of Natsu having a cat companion as Dragon Slayers, but he doesn't have one at all. So he's looking around alleys trying to find a cat, and that search becomes non-fruitful and a waste of time for him, basically. And we also find out what we kind of knew already, but Carla is a major dick. Okay, so Happy wraps a nice fish for her. He he fishes for a fish for her, and she just turns him down like crazy, and she just flat out ignores him, or she doesn't even ignore him, she just tells him off, says, "Look, I'm not interested in you, back off." And poor Happy, man, I feel bad for the boy. I mean, she's the only cat that can talk besides Happy, and it's the only shot Happy has, and he has no shot with her, basically. Carla leaves the Fairy Tale Guild. She doesn't leave, but she leaves the building, and she's walking around or whatever, and Wendy's walking around or whatever trying to find Carla, and then this freak storm just happens, and they run into Mystigan, and Mystigan finally reveals himself as the Jalal that Wendy knew back when she was very young, like 7 years ago. And she's all happy, she's crying about it, and Jalal, or Mystigan, is just saying, "Look, there's no time to have this happy, tearful reunion or whatever, because there's a big problem. The enema is going to strike here." And if you guys remember, way back in the when we first met Wendy, she was talking about Jalal, and there's a flashback that mentioned Jalal mentioning the enema. But yeah, anyways, the enema is gonna strike, and he's saying there's no point in trying to save Fairy Tale because Magnolia, as a whole city, is just going to disappear. It's going to be demolished, whatever, and Fairy Tale is going along with it. So that's kind of shocking, and of course, people at Fairy Tale are just acting like it's just a regular old day, while Carla and Wendy are in crisis mode right now, trying to reach Fairy Tale to tell them, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here, do something. The city's about to go down, okay?" And right when Carla makes it to the Fairy Tale Guild, that's when stuff really hits the fan. The Fairy Tale Guild starts disappearing, buildings in Magnolia start disappearing, and she's just looking around like, what is happening? I thought she tried to get there in time, but, of course she didn't, for a good story. She didn't make it in time, and she's just stuck with this. And so after everything gets sucked up into the enema, which is kind of interesting, but everything gets sucked up in there except the fact that, Wendy is still alive, somehow Natsu is still alive, and then Happy and Carla are still alive. And the only reason why Natsu and Wendy are still alive is because they're Dragon Slayers, so that must mean that Gajeel is alive somewhere in this weird mountainous, they're in the middle ground between Earth and the next world. And the only reason why Happy and Carla are still alive is because them two are from this other world named Edelis. And Carla is so knowledgeable about this other world, Edelis, and Happy is like, what's Edelis? And he doesn't know anything about it. So it gets me wondering, how does Carla know about this? Because if you remember back in the day, Happy arrived as an egg to Natsu. So I'm assuming Carla came as an egg as well to Wendy. But the fact that Carla knows all of this stuff about Edelis and Happy knows absolutely nothing, then again he he doesn't know much about a lot of things. And, you know, it's kind of interesting. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll figure out why Carla knows all this kind of stuff about Edalus. And Mystigan also mentioned something like he's been trying to get accustomed to the things of this world, which hints that he's not from Earth. So that, you know, leaves you to assume maybe he's from Edalus as well. And that just gets me real hyped for the next episode. I kind of want to watch the next episode and record that, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a big fan of bulk recording. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that is the end of the episode of Fairy Tail. Alright, so you already know I don't like to end off without a question of the day. And today's question of the day doesn't really have to do much with Fairy Tail, but more so about you personally. And today's question is, do you have any pets? And the reasoning behind me asking this question is because, you know, Gizmo's finally in a video. Usually he's outside or he's just chilling in the living room or whatever while I'm recording. But since we've seen Gizmo today in today's episode, kind of redundant, but you know, let me know. Do you have any pets, or did you have any pets, or are you getting pets? Would you like to have pets? And if so, what are their names, and what kind of animals are they, or what would they be? You know, things like that. Anything revolving pets, regarding pets. So let me know that. Let me know that stuff down in the comment section below. And I guess that does it for today's episode. So, as always, guys, keep it cool.